السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أتمنى يلقاكم هذا الفيديو بخير وعلى خير, and I hope that you are still staying at home and safe. Today I have brought to you some exercises concerning reported speech. التمارين صيفطهم ليا واحد الطالب عطاهم لي الأستاذ ديالهم باش يخدموهم في هاد الأيام. Okay, and I thought it's better to share them with you باش نيت يتعمق الفهم اللي باقي عنده شي لبس فيما يتعلق بالreported speech. It's divided into two parts. هذه part number one. But قبل ما نبدا نديرو واحد quick revision ديال tenses حيت هما اللي مهمين حاليا. يعني tenses في reported speech. أي تذكير فقط 1 minute. present simple تيولي عندي past simple أو past simple. اوكي هادشي باش غنخدمو في التمرين اللي جايين. She wears black jeans. He said that she wore. Okay, simple past. Present continuous becomes past continuous. I was watching becomes she was watching. Okay, I was watching a movie. She said that she was watching a movie. Present perfect تولي past perfect. She has texted. She had texted. Okay, past simple becomes past perfect. My brother bought. In the reported speech it becomes his brother had bought. Had bought. Past continuous becomes past perfect continuous. Okay, we were living. We had been living. Okay, past perfect doesn't change, it stays the same. اوكي هذا هما القاعده العامه. يعني تتبع التمارين ديالك بدير بوز وبتتبع هاد القاعده اللي شفتي في التانسز وجاوب عادي, وكذلك الا خطأتي غتشوف التصحيح. اوكي let's start. Reported statements. Change this direct speech into reported speech. He works in a bank. أنا غندير التصحيح مباشرة. She said and you finish. We went out last night. She told me. 3. I am coming, she said. I was waiting for the bus when he arrived. She told me. Number 5. I had never been there before. She said. 6. I didn't go to the party. She told me. Lucy will come later. She said. He hasn't eaten breakfast. She told me. I can help you tomorrow. She said. You should go to bed early. She told me. I don't like chocolate. She told me. Now let us have a look at the answers. In reported speech, nil answer. He works in a bank. She said that he works simple present, past simple past. He worked in a bank. We went out last night. We becomes personal pronoun. We becomes they. حتى نضرو عليهم هما. Went simple past becomes past perfect. Had gone out. Last night becomes the night before or the previous night. اش تندير هنا فقط تنشد القاعدة تاع التنس وتنطبقها. Number 3. I am coming. She said that she was coming. أو لا هي yes عندي شي غصة تكون شي هنا. She said that she was coming. Okay. She ولات في بلاصة I و am present continuous becomes past continuous. 4. I was waiting for the bus when he arrived. عندي جوج ديال tenses مخلطين. She told me that she had been was past continuous becomes past perfect continuous. I was waiting. She had been waiting for the bus when and the arrived simple past becomes past perfect when he arrived. وقلت لكم راه كاينه واحد القاعده اللي كنا شفنا بالدرس من قبل الا كان reported في نفس اللحظة أو لا عنديش كلمة that indicate راه reporting في نفس النهار ولا نفس اللحظة اللي تنهضرو هادوك changes اللي تيكونوا ديال time not necessary. Number 5. I had never been there before. she said that, she, I becomes she, had, never been there before. Past perfect remains the same. I didn't go to the party. She told me that she hadn't gone to the party. Lucy will come later. She said that Lucy would come later. Will becomes would, simple past of will. He hasn't eaten breakfast. She told me that he hadn't, in the present perfect, hasn't eaten becomes hadn't eaten breakfast. I can help you tomorrow. She said that she could help me the next day. You becomes me, I becomes she. عندي هنا she said. Help you, yes, help me. Tomorrow becomes the next day أو لا the following day أو لا the coming day. 10. You should go to bed early. She told me that had you becomes I حتى ندوي على راسي ودوات عليا خاطبتني. She told me that I should go to bed early. 11. I don't like chocolate. She told me that she didn't like chocolate. Now with reported questions. Change these direct questions into reported speech. Number 1. Where is he? She asked me. 2. What are you doing? She asked me. 3. Why did you go out last night? 4. Who was that beautiful woman? 5. How is your mother? 6. What are you going to do at the weekend? 7. Where will you live after graduation? 8. What were you doing when I saw you? 9. How was the journey? 10. How often do you go to the cinema? Or how often do you go to the cinema? 11. Do you live in London? She asked me. Okay, now I move to the correction. Where is he? She asked me where he was أو لا where was he بجوج صحاح راك دوينا عليهم في قاعدة في الدرس. أما نقدر where he was أو لا where was he. Both are correct. What are you doing? She asked me what I had you becomes I or present that are becomes was and I finish the sentence. What I was doing. Why did you go out last night? She asked me why I had gone out the night before أو لا the previous night. 4. Who was that beautiful woman? She asked me who that beautiful woman was أو لا she asked me who was that beautiful woman. Number 5. How is your mother? She asked me how my mother was أو لا she asked me how was my mother. Your becomes my, is becomes was. 6. What are you going to do at the weekend? She asked me what I had you becomes I or are becomes was going to do at the weekend. 7. Where will you live after graduation? She asked me where I had you becomes I will become simple past would and I finish the sentence where I would live after graduation. What were you doing when I saw you? She asked me, past continuous becomes past perfect continuous. What were you doing? What I had been doing when simple past becomes the past perfect. When she had seen me. I saw you. She had seen me. وانتبهوا لها changes في personal pronouns. I becomes she. حتى عندي هنا she. و you becomes me. Now, how was the journey? She asked me how the journey had been. Simple past becomes past perfect. How often do you go to the cinema? She asked me how often I went to the cinema. How often you becomes I, go becomes simple past went. Do you live in London? She asked me if. أما نستعمل هنا if أو لا whether. بحال نفس المينين. She asked me if I lived أو لا whether I lived in London. And I stop here. See you with part 2.